My son lives up north, and I'm trying to get him moved back. He's been gone for years working up there. I want to do a father and son rebuild on it. And I want to restore the car, father and son thing. That's why I haven't done anything with the car.
What's going on, guys? This is Parker with Backyard Barn Finds, and we're all the way down south because a year ago I received a message through Facebook from a gentleman named Braxton, and he told me that there was a Barn Find Superbird on Main Street. So what we're going to do in this video is see if we can find that car. So the gentleman on Facebook said that it was right by the police station. Right there the police station is. Slow down here for a second. He said it should be right in this building, in this window right here. Oh my God, there it is. There it is, there it is, right there it is. Holy smokes. All right, now if we go over here, it should be by the restaurant. The guy owns the restaurant. Well, there he is. You must be Joey.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Joey, nice to meet you. I'm Parker.
Glad to meet you, Parker.
So I heard
Yes, sir.
you have a one-of-one Superbird, is that right?
Well, but pretty rare.
Pretty rare?
It's pretty rare.
We drove through town. I think we found the car, but do you mind taking us over there and
Sure.
kind of talking to us?
Be glad to.
Awesome, Joey.
That'd be great.
We're going to go over there right now. Well, dang, Joey. Got a lot more stuff in here than what I thought.
Yeah, collected a good long while.
Well, what I like to do in these videos is kind of get the story of you and kind of get the story of the cars that you have. So why don't we just start out with this Mustang right here? What's the story on this car?
That was kind of a little barn find a
Okay.
couple years back, and I drug it out of the barn and kind of just made a nice driver out of it. It was pretty rough when I got it, but I redone the engine and everything in it.
65?
65,
Yep.
289.
I like the Craigers on it, man. The wheels on it.
I had a 2-barrel, and I went to a 4-barrel, and I just found an upgrade and a little high performance and automatic. But it's a nice driver.
Was it a red on red car originally, or?
Red on red originally.
Okay.
The guy I got it from years ago, he had passed away, and they put it in a barn, and it actually has two-tone paint job.
Yeah, I see that.
It has a two different color
yeah.
paint.
Yep.
And he kind of custom, he changed it all up, but that's okay. That's okay.
Well, Joey, let me ask you, are these cars for sale, or is everything in this building not for sale?
Not really.
Not for sale?
No, not for sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I just want to let our audience know, that way they don't hit you up or anything
really
like
not
that.
for sale.
Yeah, and he's right next to the police station, you know what I'm saying? So pretty safe location.
Right, right.
I see all the signs you have. Holy smokes, look at this place. And this is an International Scout, right?
Yes, sir. 1963.
Wow, this looks like a nice truck.
It belonged to my best friend's dad. Bought it brand new in '63. He drove it for a while, and they put it in a barn and walled it up in 1976.
Okay.
And we got it out of the barn in 2018. It's never seen daylight since 1976.
Originally a red truck, right?
It's a red and white truck originally, 4-wheel drive, 4-cylinder, standard shield. My buddy's dad, he got tired of red, so he painted it green back in the day. It wasn't very old, and he just painted it green.
Man, this is a really nice find for a barn find. It don't have any rust on this truck, does it?
It has one little small rust spot on it, but,
Right down
it's a
here.
63 model. And
A 63? Is there a way to tell the difference between years on these? I don't know much about them, believe it or not.
they come out in 1961.
61?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this one only has 19,000 extra miles on it.
I see it says 75 on the license plate over here. You said it was sitting since 76.
They put it in the barn in 76. They put it in the barn, walled it up. The barn didn't even have a door. I mean, there's no door in the barn.
Well, they had to tear the side down.
They drove it in there and left it.
Holy cow.
I mean, that was it. Nobody ever knew it was there.
You mind if we open up the back here, take
Sure.
a look?
Great.
They kind of rust out back here, don't they? In the trunk?
Yeah. Just about all of them rusted out, but this one here's solid.
Oh, yeah, she's really solid in here.
Like I say, it's old, but it's solid.
Yeah. You don't really find one of these this solid very often. And this top comes off of this,
The
doesn't it?
top comes off. The windshield lays down and locks down just like a Jeep.
I
And
think
it is 4-wheel drive.
I think they're actually remaking this.
So
I think the International Scout's
I
coming
read
back.
an article said, and they're coming back with electric Scout. It's going to be electric, but they're.
What do you think about that?
I don't like electric nothing.
We live where it freezes.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
I can't do the electric car. Not going to happen.
Well, this one's not
Almost
electric.
cool.
This is what, an '08?
Yeah, '08 Challenger,
can tell-
SRT8.
You can tell by the taillights
Right.
on this one.
There was only 708 out of 6,400. There's only 708 silver cars made.
Now, this is the first year, right?
First year.
So these are rare.
Right.
Yeah.
Then 8 years ago, I took it to Richard Petty's shop, and I had him sign the hood and sign the dash, and that was pretty cool. I got to meet Richard Petty.
Now, these have some sort of special hood on them?
They have a
like
carbon
that?
fiber hood.
A carbon fiber hood?
This is a factory carbon fiber hood. Yeah.
It's pretty lightweight. I think I remember that. Is this a
and the
manual?
car's pretty-
A manual or an automatic?
It's automatic.
Automatic.
Yeah, the first year, you can't get a manual transmission in the first year. Automatic.
Well,
But-
I'm taking a look at, what is that over there?
That is a Victor Money safe.
That's a safe?
That's a safe.
It's round, though. I've never
The
seen
last
a round one.
The last one manufactured was 1928.
1928. Is there any
There's
money?
a square safe in the bottom, and then
Okay.
it's a round one on top. This is the only one I've seen. I have a big square one at my other shop.
Uh-huh.
I have a big square one, and I have a friend that has a big round one, but I've never seen a round and a square on the same unit. That was the first one I'd ever seen, but
Have you ever opened it?
never been opened. I'm the fourth owner since 1935. Nobody's opened it since 1935.
That's a neat piece.
It was in Avenger, Texas State Bank in 1935, and they closed the bank, and nobody's opened it since.
So that one did come out of a bank.
But it come out of a bank in 1935. So that was pretty cool. And the thing about it, that unit there weighs 4,000 pounds. That is crazy.
How'd you get it in here?
I have a forklift over there.
forklift? Okay.
I have a forklift.
Watch there's a ball hitch on the back of this motorcycle.
4,000
Watch that.
pounds.
That's not.
That's heavy. My car don't weigh but 3,400 pounds. My car ain't but 3,400.
Where should we go next here, Joey?
Yeah. So I don't know. You just.
Well, I see you got a Going over here in a
I do.
Honda. You got a little bit of bikes. I'm not really.
I'm a big Honda guy.
Big Honda guy.
I've had
okay.
Hondas all my life, and
Well,
I have two Going trikes and I have Going motorcycle.
What can you tell us about this one right here?
This belonged to a guy I know over in Texas, and it's a 71 model 450 Honda, and I'm pulling the carburetors off of it now. I got to redo the carburetor, but it runs.
It looks.
But it only has 8,000 miles. That's original paint and everything on it.
Is it?
That's original paint. It was made like that from the factory. 8,000 miles. That's pretty low mileage for a 71 model.
And what did you say the carb was on it right now? Needs some work. Carburetor.
So carburetor, yeah, it just don't run right. It don't run the way I want it to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I see you got a Going right there.
And that was a 30-year anniversary. They have special emblems that says 30 year on it.
On the back here.
Yeah, they're all 30 year. This is the 30 year. See, the first Going motorcycle made was 1975, and this is a 05.
An 05.
2005. I have 20,000 miles, and 8 years ago we went to Mexico and we went everywhere on this thing. I put 2,700 miles on that trip. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I bet that was
We
pretty
went over
good.
to Mexico and come back.
Well, I see.
Big Bend National Park. We went 120 miles down the Rio Grande and in the canyon. That was first cool. Yeah, that was cool.
We haven't been down there yet. Maybe we'll get down there here soon.
But that was pretty cool ride. Yeah, I had 2 or 3 buddies, motorcycles, and we all went. And that was a good trip. That was a good trip. We really enjoyed it.
You mind if we look at the Camaro over here?
Sure.
Now, is this an original black car?
I'm a second owner on a Camaro.
Okay.
It's a 350 small block car,
Okay.
but it's an RSSS 68 model. That was a special order serial number car. It has factory in-dash air, power disc brake, power steering, 12-bolt special rear end, 373 Positrack.
Oh, yeah.
But it has tack gauges.
It was loaded then, huh?
With a 4-speed manual transmission, that's kind of unheard of.
With the air convertible?
There's a lot of options with a manual transmission, and that just didn't exist. You hardly ever see anything like that.
Well, back then, the automatic was more preferred, right?
Yeah, if you got air conditioning, you just pretty well got automatic.
Yep.
I mean, the convertibles I've looked at in my life is automatics, air conditioning. I've never seen another 4-speed with factory air RSSS. It's a hideaway headlight car. This is the RS package is the hideaway headlight.
Yep.
Okay. Then a SS. It's an upgrade. Your SS package overrules the RS package.
Sure.
So the steering wheel and all, and
that.
the emblems and all says SS.
Yep.
So that's different.
Now, was this an original black car? Or?
Originally, it was repainted in '92, kind of a cheap paint job on it, but originally it's a blue car. I almost didn't buy the car, but I did because it's rare. But it's Le Mans blue, and it came with blue deluxe interior, and it had a blue top. This is a triple blue 4-speed with air, and that's pretty well unheard of.
Yeah, normally they have a white
top.
top.
I've been to a lot of car shows, and I've never seen this set up nowhere. I've never seen this car set up.
Triple blue?
Triple blue, 4-speed with air. I've never seen another one. I know they're out there, but I've never seen one.
A Texaco sign over here. We actually passed one of those on the side of the road. I was going to stop and see if maybe I could buy it, but we don't have a big enough car to take one of them.
Yeah, I did signs when I was younger. I did signs. And
Is that one a local, that Jim Rogers Auto Parts sign?
Yeah, that was my best friend's. He owned an auto parts store here in town.
Okay.
And when he passed away and they went out of business, well, I got his sign.
Isn't that nice?
The Texaco sign, the big Texaco back there, it came from the gas station 1 block up the street.
The old one back there?
Yeah, the old one back there.
Yep.
It came from the Texaco here in town. And then we had a Western Auto when I was younger. There was a Western Auto business, and that was their sign. So I got a lot of local signs, but that was pretty cool.
Now, is this, what was this building originally?
Originally, this building was a 1924 Chevy dealership.
No shit.
And then
they
moved 1 block up the street in 1937.
Okay.
And in 1938, this went to E.H. White drugstore.
Okay.
Until 1948. And then from 1948 to 1985, it was City Pharmacy drugstore. And then I bought the building in 2000, and I made a man cave out of it.
Well, I think you did a great job.
I just made a man cave out of it. Yeah, everybody laughs at me, but I made a man cave.
And this is a Prowler, right?
This is a Prowler. They're telling me it's one of 345 built in '01, a solid orange car.
Oh, solid orange, okay.
This car has been custom built in Vackyville, California dealership. The man that owned the dealership, he built the car in 2001. He did the paint job, black cherry, the ports on the side, they have lights in them, flash with a turn signal and all this, and got knockoff on the wheel and different grill, took the bumpers off. It's a convertible, 3.5 V6. 254 horsepower. But
now, what I know it's your car, so you probably do enjoy it, but what's your overall opinion about these? Do they drive good, or I never
They're rough riding because they came with run flat tires. You don't get a spare jack or nothing.
Okay.
They have run flat tires.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it does drive a little rough, but it's fun.
It's fun.
It's just a big go-kart. I've been 125, about 125 fast at a run.
There's really nothing else
it's
out
fun
there
to drive. It's fun to drive.
Yeah,
it's a fun car. It's a fun car, no doubt. It gets a lot of attention. Kind of looks like a Chip Foose car.
Yeah,
everybody I talk to, like, man, that's something Chip Foose would do, So that was pretty cool. It's different.
I think maybe he might have had a part in designing this car, I think.
So I don't know for sure.
Now that over there, that looks like a Corvette.
That's a 66 model Corvette. It's a 440 trim package car.
Okay, so it doesn't have a 440 in it. That's the trim package.
That's just a trim package. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the engine. I have another car like this at my mom's house, and it was a 6-cylinder. You can get a 6-cylinder automatic in the same car.
In the same car with
it's
a 440
slant 6
with the 440 logo on
and
the
it's
side.
440 trim package. Yeah.
Well, wait a second. I'm seeing some 426 stuff in the back here. Does this have a Hemi in it?
It does have a 426.
Yeah, look at this right
Hemi.
here. Well, Joey, that would be a pretty rare car, wouldn't it?
32,000 actual miles on the car.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I can open the hood if you like.
Sure.
But it belonged to my best friend. He's 85 years old now. It's a real 426 2.4-barrel Hemi. The warranty card is still in a little pouch. It only has 32,000 miles on it.
And that's where they put the warranty card?
That's where the warranty card. If you took it to warranty, that's they just pull your warranty card and get your information off of it.
For the service.
That way they're not digging in your glove box inside your car or nothing.
Holy cow.
The warranty card's under the hood.
Has it ever been taken
and it's made out
of
of aluminum. The card's made out of aluminum so it don't deteriorate or nothing. But it's a 4-speed car. I have an automatic in it now. My buddy, he hated 4-speed, so he took the 4-speed out of it, and I do have the 4-speed now. But he put an automatic in it.
So this is a pretty rare car, then.
But yeah, it's number 2 out of 20 built in the world. There's only 2 known to exist. It's documented in the Chrysler registry. It's a documented car.
Black on black?
Black on black. It's a black on black.
That's a bad
2-door
car.
hardtop.
Yeah.
They drag raced it when my buddy first had it. They drag racing. They kind of mini tubbed it in 1970.
Oh, it's
he said it wouldn't hook up, so they mini tubbed it in 1970.
Yeah, those are some pretty beefy tires.
The tires are like 12.5 inches wide.
Yep.
So it's been mini tubbed just because it wouldn't take off. You had more horsepower and you had tires.
I bet you have a lot of fun with this.
Well, I drove it for a little while, but I hate to drive it much. I've only put maybe 100 miles on this car since I've owned it. I was always scared to drive it because there was only two known to exist, and I'm afraid something would happen.
Yeah.
I'd run over somebody or somebody would run over me. So I get it out there once in a while and just go around the block and put it back up. I'm scared to drive it, kind of, you know. It's just too much money invested.
That looks like a 68 Chevelle.
68 Chevelle. It belonged to one of my buddy's dad.
Okay.
That was his car. He passed away 12 years ago, and I wound up getting it.
That doesn't say Chevelle on the side. What does that say?
They tell me it's a pretty rare car, but
it's a concourse.
You know, if it was a small block car in Chevrolet, it'd be a Malibu.
Okay.
And this is a 307 small block Chevy. It's power glide, 2-speed power glide, but it's a factory air conditioning. It's a tinted glass car, has a 10-bolt Postrac rear end. But I did a lot of research on the car when I first got the car. We were going to clone it. I have a 396 68 motor already built, 4-speed. We were going to clone it to an SS and tear the car up and drag race it. We're just going to have fun, make a street car out of it. Mm-hmm. Well, I get the car home and the car was real. It's a real concourse. It's made in St. Louis plant. It's American made. This car's documented in the data plate. It came with Buick bench seat interior. This car has Buick interior in it from the factory, and I haven't seen another one.
Yeah, I know a little bit about these. I think they made about 8,000 of them with the two doors in 68.
Okay.
It's a 1 year only thing with the concourse.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think they would have had like a faux, almost like a spoked hubcap that would have went on these.
Yeah.
And I think you could get them with two different interiors. You could get them with the Olds interior or a Buick interior.
They tell me you could
get it. The Buick?
Yeah, this is a Buick bench seat car.
Does it have the armrest?
Yeah, has a fold-down armrest.
Can we take a look at that?
Sure. Yeah,
because that's not something that you saw on.
I have the original seat.
And so this, oh yeah, you do. Okay, right here.
Yeah, it has a fold-down armrest and all in it.
And then these also should have the concourse logo on the glove box or above the glove box.
Right. The name's in a little wood grain strip on the passenger side.
You mind if I open it up?
Sure.
And I don't want to hit the Viper right here, but I can take the camera from my camera guy. And these cars actually got a 16-inch armrest.
Okay.
These are specific to the concourse that I know.
Okay.
And we probably won't see an armrest this long in any other
in any other car. That's right.
And they also have a fleur-de-lis.
Yeah, I just never did anything with it after I found out it was a concourse, a real car with Buick interior, so I just never made a drag car. I was going to make a street car out of it and drag race it, but I just changed my mind.
Yeah, this was kind of like a luxury package.
Okay.
Back then, and like I said, one year only. I personally don't think that I've ever seen another one. And supposedly this had a lot of sound deadening in it. Did it have it in it?
Yes, it had double insulation, carpet and all in it.
Right.
It was really, it was a really quiet car originally.
You can kind of see it on the front hump up there. They have a bunch of sound
everything
deadening.
was like double insulated, that they tell me.
Yeah. Really, really neat piece. So what's the plan with something like this then? Is this just going to stay like this, or?
I'm not real sure. I really need to just put it back and just, I don't know what I want to do with it.
Put around town in it?
I just, you know, it was my best friend's daddy's car, and I just hanging on to it. And I collect stuff and don't want to get rid of it.
Sure. And then this is, what is that,
94?
94 Viper.
Is there a 94 Viper.
Is there a way to tell it's a 94 from the outside or anything, or?
Not really.
Okay. I don't know much
the
about
first
Vipers.
gen, yeah, they come out in 92.
Yeah.
92 and 93, there was no option to get air conditioning. In 94, it was an option to get air conditioning. You had to order it. You know, that's what they tell me. And this car does have air conditioning. This is a factory air car.
Okay.
10-cylinder, standard shift. Pretty cool car. They tell me it was 667 or something maybe. There's 600 and something maybe.
Looking at this car, there's no door handles on it.
But there's no door handles. There's no door handles on the first gen cars.
Oh, there's not?
Yeah, you couldn't get a door handle till 1996 on a GTS. That was the first year they put a door handle on a door.
And those are the white and blue ones, right?
They were blue with a white stripe.
Okay.
And The windows, these are plexi windows, but they unsnap out and the top comes off and the back glass removes. You have a case in the back. You can put all this stuff in a case in the back, and it is a Roadster convertible. It's been a really nice car. We really enjoyed it. I drove it a lot back when I first got it, but I kind of slacked off.
How fast have you had it?
It's an upgrade car. We changed the heads and exhaust. Everything's kind of been, computer's been reflashed and all on it, but I've been 180 in fifth gear a bunch of times. Yeah. There's a 35 mile an hour curve up north of town.
Yeah.
I've been 110 around that curve. I don't know how many times. 110. Yeah, it's a 35 mile an hour curve.
And these are later version Viper wheels, right?
These are a newer style wheel. These are 01 wheels. I didn't like the 3-spoke gray, so I put 01 wheels on it. But the tires are like 14 inches wide. I used to play a lot and I drag raced a lot in my growing up days, and I run almost 80 mile per hour in second gear.
In this car?
Yeah, I can push 80 in second. I can push 80 in second gear.
I might have to get a Viper.
Yeah, so this is a pretty cool car.
Well, speaking of pretty cool cars, we can't ignore this one behind us because you just don't see these every day.
We've had the Bird for years and years and years, and I bought the car out of West Point, Virginia, and it was under a little lean-to shed up there. And
so it was by us then.
And I was at Carlisle, Pennsylvania car show, and I met a guy with a Superbird. He had an orange 4-barrel car, 4-speed, and he said he had an old junk car in a shed. And I'm like, there's no such thing as a junk Superbird. I didn't think, you know. And we followed him home, and he let me look at it. And it took about 6 months to talk him out of the car, but we finally got the car and had it shipped down years ago. But it's a very different car. There's 7 different colors made, out of the 1920, I guess, but they tell me this is like 618 with automatic transmission. It's a 4-barrel car.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it a U code or a V code?
Yeah,
or what?
This is a U code car.
Yep, 618
so
right for automatic.
It's a 4-barrel car. But the weird thing about my car, the guy run into a bridge and skinned it all up in 1973. It still has a 73 inspection sticker on the windshield today. Okay. It hasn't been on the road since 73. Okay. And the weird part about the car, it's difficult to sell these cars back then, and they ordered this car. This is a special ordered serial number. My serial number says special order. This is a special ordered car.
Does it say that on there? Does it say
all
that in the
white?
registry?
Yeah, all white cars. All white cars. The only way you can get the car is black interior. That's the only way you could get it. Okay?
And that's the way Richard Petty's white car is too. His is black interior.
This is a white on white. This is an ordered white interior package car.
We just saw his cell.
And it's a console automatic bucket seat, which that was an option. And
do you think we could take a look at the engine?
I don't have the engine in it. I have the engine at the other shop.
At the shop, okay.
Yeah, I started taking it apart, and we were going to put it on a rotisserie, and I just give up. My son lives up north, and I'm trying to get him moved back. He's been gone for years working up there. I want to do a father and son rebuild on it. And I want to restore the car, father and son thing. That's why I haven't done anything with the car. He's 46 years old, and I want him to come back home, and we'll build the car, and I'll just probably leave him the car.
I love that. That sounds awesome. I like this car because you can see the plug in it in the back.
But what's really different is Richard Petty signed the breather in the car and the glove box. I have 2 Petty signatures with a 73 inspection sticker and white on white. So I feel that's pretty rare. I feel that's pretty rare.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you say that it hit a bridge? Is that?
He ran into a bridge. The guy that had it, he was an alcoholic, and he didn't drive straight most of the time. And so it's cosmetic, all bent up, but the cow's good. The frame rails are good. I mean, it's a restorable car.
Oh, dang. Now, the front of these were made in steel, right?
The nose cone are made out of steel from the factory. And the wing on a Superbird, they're made out of aluminum. They're not fiberglass.
Right. And now they're adjustable too, right?
And they're adjustable. The wings are adjustable, just like Richard Petty's the NASCAR.
Well, holy cow, we don't get to see Superbirds in their natural habitat.
It's going to be a cool car one day if I can get it together. It'd be a cool car.
Absolutely. I think it's a cool car just the way it is now.
I want to build it to drive. I want to drive it. When I was a kid growing up, the Superbird was my dream car.
I see all these motorcycles over here. Are any of these kind of special or anything?
Yes, quite a few of them I drove growing up as a kid. Then I just kept them.
Just kept them?
I just kept them. But I like motorcycles. And I've always had a motorcycle since I was 10 years old.
This one right here looks pretty nice. This Honda?
That's a 75 model XL350. It has 1,000 miles on it.
1,000 miles.
1,000 miles. That's all original. Still has original spark plug and everything in it.
So that's the original paint on there too.
That's
then,
original paint. Everything's original. Original tires. Those tires are 1975. Those are 1975 tires. Yeah, that's 100% original. Yeah. And it runs. I had it out back a few months back. I got it out and rode around the building.
Well, that looks like an old Indian bike down there, an Italia Jet. I have one of those.
There's a little Indian mini bike back there. We pretty well claim. My buddy tells me it's a 70 model. It's one of the early ones.
They made two versions, yeah.
Yeah, so it's the early version.
Yep.
1970. Then in front of it, it's a little mini bike with a tiller motor on it. My dad bought me that when I was 10 years old for $25. And that was my first motorcycle. I still have it.
You still have
pretty
your first
cool.
Wow, holy yeah.
And then there's a blue Honda Hawk right there. My grandfather had bought new. It's a 400 Hawk, 78 model.
Okay.
And it was about 30 miles south of here at the Honda shop.
I think they're
And
automatic, aren't
it
they?
has a automatic transmission.
Yep.
My grandfather couldn't hold a clutch very long. His hand hurt. He had arthritis. So when that came out, he said, "I'll just buy one with automatic transmission." So it's 2-speed automatic. So that was pretty cool.
You happen to have any other cars that we could take a look at or anything like that? Or
Well, I collected for a long time, and at my mom's out west of town, I have about 225 cars out there.
225 cars?
I have 225. Yeah, it got out of hand. You collect one, it's, you got to have another.
What kind of cars are they? Are they nice
Yeah,
cars?
everything.
Or
I did Ford, Chevy, and Dodges. And I have a few different things, a Metropolitan and stuff. But yeah, I was just a muscle car guy. I drove a Demon in high school. When I was in high school, I drove a Demon. Okay,
Really?
I had a petty blue on blue ordered car. It's no delete stripe. I had a petty blue on blue, no stripe.
Is that out there at your mom's place?
I sold it when I got married.
Oh.
Bigger and better things.
You got rid of it.
And I do have 71 Demon. I do have a 340 automatic out there. It's gold and black, but I drove a blue one to high school. That was my high school car. So that got me into the Mopar stuff. And my grandfather helped me get it. He co-signed a note for me, and I got it. And that put me in the Mopar stuff. And I collected Road Runners and whatever I could get, Super Bs and RTs. And, I kind of collected everything, dashed it back. Hopefully one day I can sell out and retire.
Well, do you think we can go over there and check those out right now?
Sure, we can do that.
Awesome.
That'd be pretty cool.
Let's go.